All right, let's get right into it. Now, at first glance, this looks like just a simple Easter activity book for kids, right? The kind of thing you'd grab to keep a 4-year-old occupied. But what if I told you this thing is actually a masterclass in early childhood development, just cleverly disguised with bunnies and painted eggs? And of course, it's meant to look charming and super inviting. I mean, you've got Benny the bunny here, a friendly little lamb, a basket packed with colorful eggs. It's exactly what you'd expect. It's soft, it's friendly, totally non-threatening for a little kid. It just pulls them right in.
But that really is the central question, isn't it? Is this just a bunch of cute pictures, or is it a carefully engineered toolkit for a developing brain? Because as we're about to see, every single page in this book has a very specific job to do.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning, with the foundation. See, before a kid can even think about tackling logic puzzles or math problems, they've got to build some core skills. Things like comprehension, creativity, and just plain physical coordination.
So, the book kicks off with this simple story about Benny. And it'd be so easy to just dismiss this as some fluffy intro, right? But it's not. This is actually a child's first step into understanding a story. It sets up characters, a place, a simple plot. It builds that emotional connection that makes all the other activities way more meaningful.
Now here's what's really cool. The book immediately pivots from that story to action. A lot of these activities are designed to build this absolutely crucial skill, fine motor control. I mean, this is the bedrock for literally everything, from writing your name to tying your shoes.
So let's compare two activities that look pretty similar on the surface. On the left, you've got a coloring page. This is all about teaching broader muscle control. How to fill a space, how to try and stay inside the lines. But then on the right, you've got connect the dots. This demands way more precision. It's all about hand-eye coordination, linking specific points in a very specific order.
So here's the key thing to get. These are not just two random bunny pictures. They are two totally distinct exercises, each one targeting a different piece of motor development. One builds that broad control, and the other builds precision. It's an incredibly smart and efficient design when you think about it.
All right, so where does it go from here? How does this all build into something more complex? Well, once those foundational motor skills are getting a workout, the book starts layering in challenges that are all about building pure thinking skills. And this is a huge challenge for any teacher, right? How do you teach something abstract like logic to a 6-year-old? These concepts are really tough to get. You can't just explain the rules, you have to make it feel intuitive. So how does a simple little activity book pull it off?
Well, with this. A simplified 4x4 Sudoku puzzle. And this is genius, seriously. It takes the complex game and strips it down to its absolute core principle, a process of elimination. A kid learns that, hey, if a 1 is in this row, it can't be anywhere else. They're learning pure deductive reasoning without even having a clue that's what they're doing.
The book also goes hard on another key cognitive skill, spatial reasoning. Think of this as your brain's internal GPS system. It's the ability to understand and navigate the world all around you.
And a maze, well, it's the perfect workout for that. It literally forces a child to look ahead, to plan a route, to spot the dead ends, and to mentally turn their perspective around to find the solution. It's problem solving in its purest, most visual form.
Okay, for our last section, let's talk about how the book handles math. Now, the publisher is called matheasily.com, so yeah, this is kind of their specialty. And they don't just dump a bunch of numbers on a kid. They build the concepts from the ground up.
You can see this really clear 3-step progression in the book. It starts with the basics, simple recognition. Then it moves to understanding sequence. And finally, it asks the child to actually apply that knowledge. Let's break down exactly how that plays out. So, step 1, just pure recognition. This is a classic exercise in what's called one-to-one correspondence. The kid learns that this symbol, the number 5, actually matches up with this group of 5 little chicks. It's the most basic fundamental idea of what a number is.
Okay, next up, we move to sequence. So now it's not just about recognizing the number 7. It's about knowing that 7 comes after 6 and before 8. These little missing numbers puzzles are perfect for building that crucial understanding of numerical order.
And then the final step, application. This is where it all comes together. Check this out, a number maze. To solve this thing, you can't just count. You have to apply what you know about the sequence from 1 all the way to 10 to find the right path. It's fantastic. It combines that spatial reasoning we talked about with number sense into one awesome puzzle.
And of course, you've got these brilliant color-by-number pages. I mean, this is the ultimate integration of skills. It reinforces number recognition over and over and over again, but it frames the whole thing as a creative reward. The child is actually motivated to practice their numbers just so they can reveal the hidden picture. So clever.
So as we start to wrap this up, the real takeaway is this. The book's genius isn't in any single maze or any one puzzle. It's in the seamless integration of it all. It weaves together motor skills, logic, and math, all under this one joyful theme of Easter.
So yeah, it's not just a way to pass the time. It's a targeted workout. You can think of it like a gym for a developing brain. Each page is a different machine, each one strengthening a different cognitive muscle, from coordination to critical thinking.
And that really just leaves us with one final thought. We tend to separate learning and playing into two different boxes, don't we? But what if a book like this proves that's just a false distinction? What if the most profound, the most lasting lessons are the ones we soak up when we don't even realize we're being taught?
It's a really powerful idea, isn't it? All wrapped up in this cheerful, simple little package. Definitely something to think about this Easter. Thanks for tuning in.